Hey guys, it's Colin with Ghost Train Comics, and we're here today to look at The Nice House on the Lake, Volume 1, which contains issues 1 to 6 by James Tynion IV, Álvaro, Martínez, Bueno, on art, also on covers, with coloring by Jordie Bellaire, and the design work and lettering by World Design. This book was originally published as a DC Black Label series before Vertigo came back, and it was recently reprinted as a Vertigo labeled edition. Mind death wrapped in a riddle inside a possibly post-apocalyptic scenario? Or is it not? Not sci-fi or horror, but somewhere in between drama and psychological character study, along with a healthy dose of low-flying mysteries, personal entanglements, and multimedia exposition pieces. So way less flashy than Exquisite Corpses, not quite as full-on horror fantasy heroine shenanigans as Something is Killing the Children, it remains an elaborately ambitious and ever-shifting mystery that sucks you in with an audacious premise and then keeps you reassessing your footing with each new discovery that comes up. Continuing Tynion's understanding of and manipulation of modern horror tropes and obsessions, the combination of apocalyptic world-ending survival guilt / uncertainty with the healthy dose of body horror and Matrix-like reality existentialist fears, all stirred together with carefully applied dramatic ensemble formula, makes your head spin. The art by Bueno is beautiful and detailed, but flexible enough to support the weight of the twists, turns, and revelations that the story takes over the course of these first 6 issues. The art by Bueno merges reality neatly with the coloring by Jordie Bellaire and the design work and lettering by World Design, as well as the covers, the A covers at least, quite a number of variants on this one, by Alvaro, Martinez, Bueno. The detailed line work on Bueno's art gives a photorealistic grounding for the events that occur in the house, merging with the non-comics matter, giving us a sense of the depth of manipulation, planning, organization, and the constant surveillance that binds everything together. It's a framework that immerses you fully in the storytelling and in the world that's being built before our very eyes. Jordie Bellaire's color work shifts the light and shadows to direct our eyes to specific scenes and particular parts of each panel and each page, with her working in more amber, fall, autumnal colors through the saturated off-red shades, giving us a sense of the foreboding and the warning, whilst the deep sienna yellows and the heavy blues drench us in the paranoia and the existential trenches in which our characters find themselves trudging through. Indeed, this book would be a very different experience without the color palettes and the lettering through not only the main storyline, but the multimedia materials scattered throughout that give us both insights and more questions about Walter and the house guests. Of architecture as mood and sculpture as its own uniquely coded and here functional language is quite extraordinary, and again testament to the strength of not just Tynion's writing and plotting, but of the team overall working together in all directions. The complex scaffolds of semaphores that Tynion has created to utterly involve us in the reality of this world and the character dynamics and motivations gives us yet another piece to figure out, and another element, like Hickman's Krakoan alphabet or the interlac of the Legion of Superheroes, that enriches and informs those realities beyond the surface reading. The decision to have an extremely unsettling event occur early on in the series makes us start to doubt that it ever happened a few issues in, until we're brutally reminded of the extremely odd and foreboding event. The art depicting Walter really pulls us out effectively of the carefully plotted principal story and takes us onto another plateau, and once again deepens, heightens, and adds layers to the mystery that surrounds all of the events and characters. In a very unified design set style, Tynion and team put together a comprehensive and dense world full of intentionally coded visual systems and schedules that all represent a lot of different activities, energies, and undercurrents, the specific blend of character types, individuals, and career paths that the group represents. The story is going towards some purpose that at this point we are as yet unaware of, but are given hints and shadows to its true and final purpose, especially in the last issue and a couple of pages of issue 5 as well, where we get a big revelation that threatens to shake the entire foundations of what they had believed was happening to its core. To refer to the story like the back cover does as a cabin in the woods style horror piece is somewhat reductive and not one that I feel accurately represents the sheer depths to which Tynion plunges us all into, with this heady mixture of conventions, characters, and lofty themes that he plays with here. Where issues 7 to 12 will take us, I'm eagerly looking forward to finding out. Tynion is yet to disappoint me in any of the series that he's done, and this one is definitely one of the tighter plotted ones, sacrificing possibly some level of ongoing action or likability of characters for an extremely intriguing mystery, and one that I'm definitely aboard for the full ride. So guys, what did you think? Have you seen it? Have you read it yet? Or do you have it on your to be read or your wish list for purchases? Let me know in the comments, and as always, we would appreciate a like and a subscribe so we can keep growing the channel in the right direction and keep giving people what they were interested in finding out more about. But until then, thanks for your time and see you later.